I was also one of those people who pivoted from journalism and social media into community
I love
management.
how many times pivot has been said during the course of this. Keep it up, keep it up. Thank you so much.
I love the word itself, so it's awesome. But yeah, I also pivoted, and then I realized that I have a very simple framework whenever I want to do something, and this is something I share with all freshers or young professionals, even older professionals, because you can start or upscale and do anything that you'd like to do. Is that always create a list of three things. So one is the kind of brands you want to work with. Second, the kind of roles you want to do. And third, the skills that you need for each of these roles, right? So, what I do is that whenever I had to pivot into a new role, I looked at the brands that I was interested in. Luckily, I was already at LinkedIn and I got a role and I applied for it and I got through. But I looked at, okay, these are the brands or these are the startups and industries that I'm interested in. I looked at how many of them were hiring. Then I looked at, okay, what kind of roles do I fit into, which means that which skills do I have? Second, what are my interests? Both of them need to align together. And then I looked at the third thing that, okay, what skills do I need to upskill to reach to this goal, right? So I think Priya beautifully mentioned all the good things that you need to know, which is data, content strategy, definitely people management, stakeholder management. Then, of course, looking at how you communicate. That is also super important. And I think most important is a mix of what Priya also again mentioned is a blend of soft skills and hard skills, which means that you need to know exactly what your company stands for. And you need to be equipped with the right kind of information before replying in a very empathetic and humane way to any community member. That's why they're on the community and they're not, on some random chat. They want to interact with somebody who's human, who's nice, who's empathetic. So something that I also did when I started my community management career is I replied to each DM as much as possible if they wrote in a very nice way. And second, I made sure that I knew exactly what they were talking about before replying to them, instead of or saying that, hey, I'll get back to you. So these are skills, by the way, I inherently had. So you already usually know your strong suit. So I inherently had these people skills. Number one. Number two, I also wanted to see that, okay, how do my skills help the organization or whatever project, or if you're taking community management as a part of your role, what are the KPIs that help me reach that goal with whatever I'm doing in community management, right? So if you're trying to pivot into community management, love Priya's example that hey, talk to other community managers, try to figure out what their day-to-day looks like, and then decide if this is a career for you. Number two, what you can do is honestly just volunteer. I went to recently an event which was a startup or entrepreneurial event. Exactly what Priya said, love networking, and I really put myself out there to do this very consciously. I went there and one of the community panels or social media panels, the person asked that, hey, who here wants to build community for their startup? And 90% of the people put their hand up. And who are the people who are the most understaffed? They are the startups. So you'll be surprised that if you have these inherent skills, like we already mentioned, you can just volunteer and say, I'd love to take this project up and see what we can do with this, and then see how you can make a business case out of it. And then very slowly transition into community management if you are not sure if this is the one, this one career or one role is for you.